Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing all right. So I want to share with you guys some information that I did some research on yesterday and wrote down. And so there's something called debt held by the public, and this is an association with net interest, which accounts for 13% of your taxpayer money. It goes to this thing called net interest, which is association with debt held by the public. And to me, just hearing that didn't sound right, because the public really doesn't, I don't feel like really has that much of a decision as to where our money goes. So for them to say that this is debt held by us, the people, when we really don't have much of a say, doesn't feel right. So I decided to look a little more into it, and I'm going to share with you guys what I found. So, all right, debt held by the public. In regards to net interest, this information from a Google search on what is debt held by the public. Debt held by the public is all federal debt that is not held by the United States government, but instead held by other entities. This includes individuals, I don't know who they are, corporations, state or local government, which, by the way, if it's held by state or local government, isn't that a part of the United States government? So it's kind of a contradiction right there. Anyway, and moving on, Federal Reserve banks, foreign governances, and other entities outside the U.S. government. Not sure who they are, but apparently they're associating that with the public. It also includes securities that are not traded in secondary markets, such as saving banks and state and local government securities. So, all right, moving on here. So as of the end of 2023, a debt held by the public was $26.3 trillion, which is around 99% of the GDP. The CBO projects that this debt will rise to $45.2 trillion by the end of 2033 fiscal year. So let's define these words and figure out, what the hell's really going on here. So the definition of public, of or concerning the people as a whole, done, perceived, or existing in open view, ordinary people in general, the community. So when it says that there are other entities outside the U.S. government, if this debt is really held by the public, then this should be open for the public to know about. And so it's like, this is stuff that we need to know in order for it to truly be debt of the public. All right, so moving on here. The definition of well-being, the state of being comfortable, healthy, or happy. And the well-being, I decided to look into that because if you look into the Constitution, the money, the $3.82 trillion that is, so the federal government spends $3.8 trillion, which comes from taxpayers' monies, and this is to ensure the well-being of the people. So let's again look at the definition of well-being, the state of being comfortable, healthy, or happy. All right, so moving on here, definition of posterity, because this is also part of the Constitution. They're supposed to ensure posterity, all future generations of people. So like that's their job, is to ensure a good future for all generations, a healthy future for all generations of people. This is going to tie into the hemp plant. All right, so moving on here. So our taxes are going to fund corporations, individuals, and other entities outside the U.S. government. Whom are these other entities? Good question. And if it's a debt by the public, then it should be known by all the public. So by definition of the word public, I just said this, is closely associated with the people as a whole, and things/people being done, shown for all to see. And so again, in order for it to truly be debt of the public, the whole public should have a say in all of these expenses, costs, which are responsible for debt of the public, should in proper alignment with the definition of the word public be shown and known to all, or made available to be known by all. And so again, who are these other entities that are outside the U.S. government that are being attributed to our debt of the public? All right, so moving on here. Oh wait, okay, we're gonna go into that later. All right, so use governments. All right, I'm gonna make another video, but I love you guys. Y'all take care. Thanks, bye.